right, so happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah. I love running different ways today. I saw my buddy Eddie King out there. He was coming back from CrossFit because he likes to do some early morning lifting, and it was just awesome, right? Just when running different routes, and sometimes I'll stick to the same route because I can know to the precision point how many feet it is per mile. So on that fact, it gives me routine so I can know my timing to get back. But sometimes when you're out and you take a different pace, it gets you new creativity out there. So I ran a good thing. It was a good 6.5 mile run this morning. And so we're started. We are at, we're going to talk about mentorship today, which I think will be positive. I do want to dive in on, it is halftime, right?
It is halftime.
And so there's been a lot of.
So halftime show?
Halftime show. Yeah. So who's up for the halftime show?
J-Lo.
Perfect. All right. So as she's getting ready here, let's talk about halftime in our lives, right? Okay. And lots of times we set up these things here with we want to do big things for the year. We set our New Year's resolutions, and then quickly, right, it falls down to points because we set up high wants and high needs, and we don't have realistic tracking or goals to get there, right? So we fall down, we don't get started, and then all of a sudden now we have to start over next year. But what if we just took it at this point where some of the best things we always remember are these games, these attractions where the team is down huge, right? They're down at this big point. We've had a lot of things this year through all parts and all series of lives that have really kicked us down, kicked a lot of people down, and in a lot of ways. And it's now coming out after halftime. How can you change the attitude? How can you change your mindset? How can you change your vision, change everything? So you go out there with a new perspective, with a new game plan, with a new focus, with a new attitude to just crush it, take back and win the game.
Well, I'm gonna go to Bill Allen because there must be something in the water, something in the air. Because last night I created like 3 or 4 like little pieces of content that is just talked about all about gratitude, and I'm going to be posting that later on today. But Bill Allen, our friend Bill Allen, he's huge. He runs 7-figure flipping. He was talking all about gratitude, and he just had his birthday, and so he talked about gratitude and it being halftime. And I think we can start from that point. One of the main things we can think about is what we are grateful for. Yes, so much. I mean, we just talked to one of our business coaches, and he was saying, yes, there's a lot of positive things that have come out of this, but he was also saying that, a lot of people have been affected negatively. A lot of kids didn't get to graduate. A lot of businesses are down. It wasn't a negative conversation. It was an enlightening conversation, just to bring Peely back a little bit more into reality. But the reality is, that is the reality. So how are you going to step out of it? How are you going to take that next step? And I think that next step involves gratitude. It involves coming from this place of extreme gratitude for what you do have. Don't concentrate on those things that you didn't get to do, that you don't have, that you don't get to do. Concentrate on what you do get to do. Concentrate on what you do get to build. Concentrate on those things that will take you to that next step. And that starts with gratitude. I am grateful today. I'm grateful for these hands that I have, that I get to work with them and work with people that are amazing. I am grateful for this body that I get to have, that I'm healthy and that I can use it to promote health and wellness. I am grateful for this amazing man that's sitting next to me and how much he supports and loves me. Look at the things, look at the amazing people in your life and just show them gratitude. Show yourself gratitude for being just incredibly awesome. It starts with you, starts with your cup, and then let it flow over. And let those people in your life know how grateful you are to them. I love you.
And I love you. So, all right. Now, again, there's been a lot of talk, and it's true, right? Some people out there, you've worked to this big monumental moment, right? And it's all been taken away from you in a certain capacity that you just can't control. And unfortunately, that's a story. I mean, the quote that comes to mind is Mike Tyson, or I think it was his trainer, one or the other, says, everybody's got a perfect plan. You get punched in the face, right? And you have that plan, then something happens, and now you have to take it back, react, do something different. And that's where you're at right now. So now it's okay. Hey, we had this perfect plan going into the game, right? This is what it was. Or maybe we didn't. Maybe we had a horrible plan going into the game. Maybe our plan just was awful, right? We didn't have a good plan. Maybe that's the truth as well. So, okay, fine. It's halftime. How can we go back in there, catch our breath, look at where we're at, assess what is working, assess what we can do better, assess where we can be more present, assess where we can bring more to us to get out there, and how do we get out there and crush it in the second half, where nobody's going to remember the first half, right? We're going to go back out there and we're going to be that comeback story that people talk about. We all have that in us. We all have those points to our day, to our lives, where we all deserve to have a great life. There's no one out there that doesn't deserve. We deserve a great life, right? If we are doing our best and things have happened, well, okay, let's change the narrative.
So talking about comeback story, I'm going to talk about Tony Robbins again. He just did a 7-day comeback challenge. It was free. It was free. It was all over the interweb. So if you didn't get a chance to do and jump into that, he is doing a live virtual conference coming up through the 16th to the 19th. It's going to be amazing. But this was Tony Robbins' comeback challenge. And it was so needed. There was about 300,000 people that got to be a part of this group. It's still open. You can still go there and watch some of it. If you go to Tony Robbins' comeback challenge, I'm not sure if they're letting anybody else in the group, but you can try. It is worth it. And this goes to our topic of the day, which is find and how to work with a mentor, especially in this second half of 2020. What was supposed to be, and I see memes about this all the time, what was supposed to be like your year, your time to shine. It's 2020. Let's blast out. And then all this happens, and all of a sudden we're flat into the ground. Like Jason said, we're punched in the face. So how are you going to step up? How are you going to come back? And one of the great ways is to find a mentor, is to find somebody who's done it, because success leaves clues. So find those that are either in your life, or find those that you can research and really do your due diligence on, and ask them how they did it.
So some of the keys with finding a mentor, right? We want to find people that have done what we want to do and are still doing it, right? They are out there, and we want to provide value in a way that we're going to come there with actual questions that can help us, right? Lots of times people see a mentor and they think of it, let me find someone who can help me get where I want. Well, you want to take it back and look at mentorship as a way that you can access greater potential to grow yourself, right? You need to come there to ask good questions. And we only go as far as the questions that we learn to ask. And lots of times that's usually what's holding us back, is we don't know the best question, right? It's like scientists doing the experiments, right? So they're testing to hopefully come to a result, but each time that they don't get the result, they're marking what they received, the data they received back. So next time they hopefully can test again and be closer to a potential result they're looking for, or learn the next question or the next phase, right? Well, that's us with our lives, right? We're trying to find people around us, and the mentor could be anything. It could be someone helping us with our eating habits. It could be someone helping us with our routine, our daily routine. It could someone help us with our focus. It can someone help us with our business. It can someone help us, overcome doubt. So any of those people. And does it have to be a person to person? No, you can find this within podcasts that give you the right energy, that give you something to connect with, because you want to continue to learn, to absorb, so you know how you best can take in information, right? Some people are best doing videos, right? Some the audio format's best. Some is having a conversation, whether it's on the phone or a Zoom call or whatever. But we're all going to wait. But what we want to do with a mentor is that we have to, one, respect the time of that person, right? That person's there giving more, right? Giving more of them to you to help you to where you want to go. So you want to be respectful, show up on time, put forth the things that have made them successful, see what those are, even it's the small things, right? Because we may say we want a mentor that has, grown multiple $1 million businesses. Okay, they've done that, but where did they start? What were the little things that they did? Did they, sweep the floors to show employees that they're not above doing a small task that keep the place together? Did they hold weekly meetings to make sure they were checking in with their group to see what was working? Did they track their efforts? Did they try multiple things that were uncomfortable? What was the things that they did to get them there? What were those steps that they used, and how could that be used within you and your process?
So 5 ways to work with a mentor. Should we dive into the 5
Sure.
ways?
So 5 ways to work with a mentor.
5 ways to work with a mentor. So number 1, do your due diligence. Make sure this is the person that you want to be with and that you want to learn from.
Number 2 is, it's like, I didn't know what that was.
Continue.
Yeah.
But then I realized that would be number 2.
Okay.
It's his turn.
Number 2, identify exactly what you're looking for. Be specific so you can get great results.
And then since you found the guy, you're asking the right questions.
Or girl, or person, or book.
Person, or book, or podcast. Follow through. Take action. So in this challenge, Tony had said that, so many people had come to him and been like, thank you for doing this for me. And he's like, no, I didn't do it for you. You did it for yourself. I just kind of nudged you along the way. A good mentor can't and won't do it for you. They just give you the tools. They give you the steps that they've taken to get themselves to the next level. So you need to take up those steps and you need to step forward on your own.
Number 4 would be using that mentor to your greatest ability. And then when it's time to move on and keep yourself carrying forward, right? So it's like Star Wars, where like Luke was with Obi-Wan and then Luke was with Yoda. He was continuing to move along, right? And continue to move along the process. But you have to and then as you expand, move forward, right? Don't get yourself where you were before, where you were stuck in one position. Keep pushing forward. Keep leaning forward. Keep having that point there where if you feel like you're always pushing along, that if the wind would stop, you would fall down. You want to keep moving that momentum forward.
Number 5, give back. Give back to your community, give back to those who are also looking to do it, and give back to those mentors that have helped you. So if you're a real estate investor and a great deal comes your way and you've done all your due diligence, talk to your mentor about it. Ask them, would you like to be a part of this? Give back any way you know how, because that mentor that you've chosen, if you've chosen correctly, they haven't only given you everything. They've gone above and beyond and given more value than what was needed. So you in turn should do the same.
So bonus 1 is there's never a greater time to get started than right now. You don't need to be somewhere to get a mentor. You have somewhere in your life where you can surround yourself with someone who can help you along. Now is the perfect time. Not where you want in your life? Perfect. You feel like you are doing too much and all the time? Perfect time to get someone involved. You haven't worked out in months? Perfect time to get someone on your team. So there is never the wrong time. There's only a right time. That right time is right now.
Right now. So get it done. Do it now. Jump in. This is the start of right now, right at this moment. This is the start of your comeback story. Make this the beginning. Make this, and if you need to start with gratitude, say, okay, I'm in this place. Acknowledge where you're at in your life. And then, okay, I am grateful for, name 3 things. Now, what are the action steps that I'm going to take to get myself into that next level? Is it going to be a book? Do I need to find a person? Do I need to listen to podcasts? Okay, great. I'm going to do all those things. Now, the next step is how am I going to turn that into action? And then I'm going to take the action. And then how do I give back? Because when we're giving, we're receiving more. If we can give 10 cents out of our dollar, then we can give in the future, we can give, 1 million out of 10 million. So you start giving now, no matter what. And the universe sees that, and you start receiving more.
Love it.
Are we 15? We're almost at 15 till you're halfway through your workout if you're doing a half an hour workout. And
that's great.
That's great.
I think it is too. All right. So a little quietness here today. Shocking, but we'll build it in. We will see you tomorrow. We got an absolutely fantastic show coming around tomorrow. Make sure getting out there, keeping active, keeping positive. We will see you tomorrow on
Second cup of coffee.
Second cup of coffee.